So I've become so used to saying "I told you so" in my head. It's almost like a mantra in my head. And there's a lot of situations in your life where you get to have that experience. And what you'll see is, somebody slighting you, whatever the situation. Or, for me, I get a lot of students that they just don't want to they don't want to get it, right, and they don't want to understand what I'm saying. And then in 10 years I almost inevitably always get to say "I told you so" in my head. And what ends up happening is that they're floundering, or they're not doing as well as they would like to. um, Anything where they get burnt from a bad situation, it happens so often. And what you end up having is that people think that they know better than you, right? At the moment. And they think that, yeah, what does he know? And inevitably you gotta bite your lip. And inevitably you have to sit there and be like, all right, go have at her. There's often many of these lessons in life that you can't teach. Some people just don't want to. They don't want to understand. They don't want to learn it. They don't sort of see it that way. And you got to let it go. You got to be like, all right, you go have at it. And inevitably, almost always, when they go have at it, it never works out in their favor, right? Like all of this stuff that I'm talking about, it's not because I am sort of making crap up. I often draw upon research that's been around for a long time. I just don't quote it and cite it and all that kind of stuff, but it's like the tried and true stuff that we know about and that is well founded. But, here's the thing: you're going to get out in this world and you're not going to want to listen to any of this stuff because you think that you're somehow better, that you're wanting to chase fancy, any of that kind of stuff. And I get to sit here. I just get to think to my head, "I told you so," when it doesn't work out. None of this stuff, right? There's nothing that I ever say is like rocket science. Um, it's all work hard, repeat, do that again and again. Just work hard as you possibly can and just repeat over and over and over again. But behaviorally, that's really hard to do. Super hard to do, to get up and do that. I struggle with it. And you're going to get up and you're going to think, "Oh, well, what the hell does he know? There's this quick, fancy fix that I saw on the internet, and I'm going to pursue that thing." And, my friends say this. Okay, go have at it. And I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so I am doing okay. So I get to file that in the "I told you so," right? Like I'm at a situation in my life where we're doing okay. My wife and I are really doing okay, and from in a lot of different ways. And I get to sit back, and the reason why is because we did a great crap ton of work for a long time. And we still do that. If there's something going on in our life, we put in the work. And I get to sit here and say, "I told you so." As you look for quick wins, as you look for all of the things that you think, "Oh, what the heck does he know?" I will never, ever preach the fact that you go out and you look for something that's easy, or you look for something that, hey, you know what? A whole bunch of people are consistently telling you this particular way based on a great deal of knowledge and understanding. Maybe you should pay attention to it. That's all I can say. I told you so as I go about doing this. And it's interesting. 10 years from now, it inevitably will come back. And, or it doesn't, right? I think about this too. Or it doesn't. It doesn't come back, and you revise your own history, and you think, oh, that guy was just a really crazy old kook. All right, and you revise your own history and do all that kind of stuff. That's fine with me, but you'll be in a situation you won't be doing nearly as well as based on what I tell you to do or get you to do. It's always the same stuff. Putting in the work, time and time again, repeatedly listening to experts in a particular domain that are just frankly, they understand that area more than you, and just keep doing that over and over and over again. And when you start out, it's never gonna feel like the way that you think it's gonna feel. You're gonna feel stupid, and you're gonna be at the lowest possible status that you could ever imagine. People are going to make fun of you. You're going to get burnt like crazy all the time because people are going to take advantage of you. But you get up and you just do it, and you get going, and you try to be nice along the way. Like, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the big secret, right? Like, I've been studying this stuff for so long. It's like when I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is really simple. And we do all of these fancy tests and all this kind of stuff, and it always comes back to the same stuff. It's repeatedly doing good, hard work, repeatedly treating other people with dignity and respect, and helping out other people, and doing that over and over and over again for decades. That's it. You're doing really simple things over and over and over again. And I get to say, I told you so. Every time you go for a quick win, you go, so, what do I always say? Invest 15% of everything that you ever make in index funds, mutual funds. You're going to go and try to, like, invest in some quick win thing, stock market price, I don't know, whatever, and you're going to get burned. And inevitably, I get to say, I told you so. Happens. You're gonna think that there's some quick, easy win with some diet and go on some fad. You're gonna want to, and then you'll quit it, and then you're not gonna gain any advantage from it. You're gonna think that you can screw people over, and you realize that your life is miserable in 15 years because you've tried to screw people over so many times. Nobody wants to be around you. You're gonna not invest in your family. You're not gonna spend time with them because that you think that, why should I do that? I need to put all of my effort and work or whatever. Like, it all comes back. It all comes back, and I get to say, I told you so, repeatedly. Telling you, some of these life lessons, they don't change. And you know what? They're called life lessons on purpose, because this is the stuff that actually does matter. A lot of the basic understanding of this world, and we look at it in all different fancy ways, it all comes back to very simple things. Treat other people with dignity and respect. Work as hard as you can for as long as you possibly can. Give yourself time and rest. Treat other people again with dignity and respect. Love yourself. That's it. Really simple stuff. But we think that there's some fancy way to get around this. There's not. You got to put in the work. All right. Take care and have a wonderful day.